Hi, I'm Jerry Ford with Attic Treasures in Occoquan, Virginia, here to show you how to make this adorable little pincushion. It's an in-the-hoop project, and it's easy and fun to do. You can make them very quickly in about 15 minutes, and actually these make great gifts for your sewing friends or to take along with you to any kind of class or retreat, and it's just big enough to fit in the palm of your hand. And I'm going to be making this little pincushion on the wonderful Baby Lock Journey sewing machine. So let's get started. Okay, for this project you're going to need a 4x4 hoop, and I've just hooped the stabilizer. I'm using a tearaway, but you could use any kind of cutaway or tearaway if you like. You want to have one piece of felt, which is 3.5 by 4.5 inches. You want a piece of backing fabric, which is 3.5 by 4.5 inches, and some fiber fill or any kind of stuffing of your choice. Okay, so I've loaded the design into my machine, and with this Baby Lock Journey it makes it so easy to get started. So anyway, I selected the design, I hit set, and there's no real changes that I want to make to this design, so I'm ready to put the hoop into the machine. And I've loaded my needle thread with gold colored embroidery thread, and I'm using regular white embroidery bobbin thread in the bobbin. And a couple things I like to do before I start to stitch. I want to go to my settings pages, and I want to make sure that on page 8 of this journey, or whichever page of your settings, depends on the model that you have, but you're going to look for something that says 1, 2, 3. When it says 1, 2, 3, it's going to look to the Robeson Anton thread chart to tell you what thread to use. If I move that to name of color, then what it does is it's going to just give you red, blue, whatever. It's just going to be referring to the 64 color basic embroidery colors. Then I like to put it down to 600 stitches per minute, because you just get a better stitch out with a slightly slower speed. And on page 10 of this, I want to move this from millimeters to inches because my brain just does not function in metric. So okay, we're going to go ahead and get started. So I've hooped my stabilizer, and I'm just going to do the placement stitch to show you where to put your fabric. Okay, and the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to just take the red felt, or it could be any color, and I'm just going to place it over top of the stabilizer so that it covers all the stitching by about 1/2 inch all the way around. And then I'm going to stitch the second color stop, which is going to tack it down, and then it will do the design. So let's Now the third color stop is going to stitch the needle motif in the center of this pincushion. However, you could also stop, put in your own like monogram or any other design of your choice, and then substitute it for this needle. So I'll just go ahead. I'm going to still do it in yellow. So let's continue on. And I'll go ahead and speed this up so that it's not so boring. Okay, now that it's stitched the motif, I'm going to take my backing fabric, turn it right sides down so you see the wrong side on the top, and I want to cover the same stitches again. Now this is going to finish the pincushion. It's going to seal them together. We're all finished now. And this machine is so lovely. It will tell you that it's finished. You could hear it across the room. Okay, so I'm going to remove the hoop from the machine. I am taking the fabric out of the hoop. This is a tear away, so I'm going to tear most of it away, but you don't have to. I'm going to trim a 1/4 inch seam all the way around, and I'll do that off camera, and you want to make sure that you clip your corners, and I'll be right back. Okay, I have clipped the corners, and I'm going to turn it, and this is actually the hardest part because it's small. So I'm going to turn this right sides out. Okay, and I'll get a point turner and poke all those little corners out. Okay, here's a tip for you. If you can't find your point turner, you can always use the eraser end of a pencil, and it works very well. So I'm just going to lightly stuff it, and then I'm just going to whip stitch it closed like that, and I'll do that off camera. Okay, all finished. And it's whip stitch closed rather nicely. So anyway, if you would like a copy of this design, just email me at waltzquilt@yahoo.com, and I'll be happy to send you a copy of the design as well as the instructions. If you have any other questions, then give us a call at Attic Treasures in Occoquan, Virginia at 703-490-1536. If you'd like more information about the Baby Lock Journey or any of the other wonderful machines we have in the Baby Lock lineup, then you can always contact your nearest Baby Lock dealer. Or if you have any specific question about how I use a particular machine, you can call us at the store at 703-490-1536. Thank you for watching, and have a wonderful day. Bye.